Imagine you're about to take off on a road trip. The bags are packed, the snacks are ready, that music playlist is queued up, you're feeling pretty confident until all of a sudden a seasoned long haul trucker taps on your window and says, hey, I wouldn't go that way if I were you. So now what do? Do you shrug it off and go anyway, or do you pause and think, wait a minute, maybe this guy knows something that I don't? See, that's the thing about experience. It teaches you what not to do just as much as it teaches you what to do. And when it comes to road trips, travel, and really anything in life, learning from people that have been there, done that, and made the mistakes can save you a ton of trouble. So in this video, I want to share with you some of those travel mistakes that we've learned over 7 years and over 30,000 miles on the road, so you don't have to learn the hard way. And just a quick little fun fact, these are the same things that I shared with Savannah Guthrie on the Today Show last week. Yes, yours truly was able to be a guest on the Today Show. Share more about that later. In this video, I'm going to share those 7 things that we never do when traveling, because let's face it, experience does teach you a thing or two. So the first thing never to do is just assume that there is cell service everywhere. One of the biggest mistakes you can make while traveling is assuming you're always going to have cell service or internet service. Trust me, there are plenty of places where you're going to have no bars, even on major highways. And before the trip, it's good to check out your carrier's coverage map against where you're going to be going. So some areas might have great coverage with one provider, but maybe no coverage with another. And so knowing this ahead of time can help you plan for that backup solution. We actually travel with 4 different carrier options for internet. Yes, there is a time when Verizon, for example, does not have coverage, but T-Mobile does. And you can see this for the most part on those carrier coverage maps. Now, another great way to stay connected while out and about is to know exactly what to expect regarding that campground that you're potentially booking or a hotel, and whether or not they have Wi-Fi. And this is where we love using a new trip planning tool we've been checking out called Adventure Genie, because as you look at the campground options in Adventure Genie, it actually shows you if that campground does or does not provide Wi-Fi. Now, the number 2 thing I would never do is leave without a vehicle inspection. Now, before every trip, we have a pre-departure checklist that includes items like checking our tires. Are they properly inflated? Is there any tire damage? We recently looked at an RV that had cracked sidewalls in the tire. And for us in our RV, our tire pressure monitoring system, making sure that that is up and running. Checking all of our fluids, so things like oil and coolant and washer fluid. Make sure that you check all of those things. And don't forget the windshield wipers, because you definitely are probably going to hit some rain at some point while you're out and about, and being able to see in a rainstorm is obviously super important. It's a safety issue. We've seen so many preventable breakdowns over the years, flat tires, overheating, even engine failures, because of things that could have been caught with a simple check or some preventative maintenance before hitting the road. A few minutes of prevention can really save you from a huge headache later on. Now, the number 3 thing I never do is never rely solely on GPS. Now listen, we love technology, but GPS is not always right. In fact, we've had our GPS land us down the wrong road, into impassable RV routes, and even into dead ends. And that's why we always cross-check our GPS route with Apple Maps or Google Maps. And also, carrying a good old-fashioned paper road atlas is a good idea too. That might sound old school, but if you hit a dead zone with no cell signal, that paper map can really be a lifesaver. Remember those days of MapQuest? It actually doesn't hurt to have that good old-fashioned printout handy with a highlight of the route or the interstates that you might need to take for your trip in case that you lose service. And before I get to the next things I would never do, you're gonna have to let me know, and just also let others know too, because really we look at the comments section of our videos as a place where we all can learn from one another. So what about you? Have you learned a travel lesson the hard way? Let me know in the comments below. Now, the number 4 thing that I never do is never assume we can just get fuel whenever we want. One of the worst things is realizing that you're low on fuel in the middle of nowhere. We've literally seen people walking down the road with gas cans more times than we can count because, well, they miscalculated, and you don't want to be that person. So thankfully in our RV, the check gauges light comes on when it's at a quarter tank of fuel, and that actually means there's a lot of fuel left.
We are running a little bit low on gas. It says I've got 25 gallons left.
But you always want to keep an eye on that fuel gauge and know how many miles you can safely drive on a tank of fuel. You'll want to plan those fuel stops ahead of time, especially in more remote areas. And another feature I like about using Adventure Genie for trip planning, which is also the sponsor of this video, by the way, is that you can use the On the Route tab, which is part of their planning tool, to find those fuel stops on your trip route. And my favorite, get this, guys, they have a filter for Buc-ee's fuel stops. Yes, this is seriously one of the best things ever, because a road trip without a stop at a Buc-ee's, well, is that really a true road trip unless you've gotten yourself some beaver nuggets and a selfie with a giant beaver?
Do not
skip out on the beaver nuggets. These things are like crack.
And speaking of Adventure Genie, I do want to let you know I'm actually personally using Adventure Genie right now as I plan out our summer travels, because it is packed with features that are helping me plan our stops and our stays, including how many miles or hours that you want to drive in a given day when it's a travel day to get from that point A to point B. Genie Stops automatically suggest stops based on your driving preferences. And we do want to let you know that for a limited time, we've partnered with Adventure Genie for a 50% off discount of their Pro version. And you can actually use Adventure Genie for free too by visiting gratefulglamper.com/genie or click the link in the description below. Because the number 5 thing that I never do is to just wing it. You need to have a plan. While a little spontaneity is great, I always make sure we have reservations for where we plan to stay, whether that be at a state park campground, RV resort, Airbnb, hotels if you're traveling somewhere without an RV. And remember, during those peak seasons like spring and summer, everything does fill up fast, which is another reason that I like using Adventure Genie to help me look for and plan out those campground reservations, because if you don't plan ahead, you could easily end up staying over an hour away from where you really want to be. We've been there, done that. It's not so much fun. The number 6 thing never to do is pass up those offbeat attractions. Some of those best travel experiences seriously come from those quirky, unexpected stops. And stopping at some of these fun offbeat attractions are a great way to break up a long drive day or a travel day and stretch your legs, get the blood flowing. You know, some of us that are not spring chickens any longer actually need to be able to get out and get that circulation going again and just wake up a little bit. This again is where a tool like Adventure Genie is pretty cool, because it actually helps you find some of these places, because Adventure Genie is using the power of AI to create personalized itineraries based on what you want to see and do. So you can find everything from hidden gems to unique restaurants if that's your deal, hiking spots, dog-friendly parks. Every trip and every itinerary is unique to your preferences. And some of these stops make for some of the best photo ops, actually, in my opinion. You just never know what hidden gems you're going to find. Now, the number 7 thing that I will never do anymore is never travel without some emergency supplies. This is a big one. Always have some surplus staples like extra drinking water, a few gallons at least, non-perishable food like granola bars or beef jerky and nuts, trail mix, a flashlight, and some basic tools. And if you're traveling in a colder climate or during colder seasons, extra clothes and blankets. If you ever break down in a remote area, you definitely want to be prepared. And it's always better to have some extra supplies versus not, and then just not even need it versus you need it and then you don't have it with you. Now, if you want to see the entire segment on spring vacations from the Today Show and my interview with Savannah Guthrie, I'm going to leave that right up here.
What about the I'm getting in the car and the roll down the windows? And
I know, it's like the spontaneity is
Yes.
great, and you want to have some spontaneity, but here's what you don't want to do. You don't want to just assume that when you get to where you're planning on going that you'll just be able to find a hotel and just walk in and that there's going to be a room for the night.
And if you enjoy some more personal behind the scenes type of content, consider becoming a member of this channel or join our insiders group at gratefulglamper.com/insiders.